Hey y'all, welcome to Messy Missy Creates. This is Melissa. Welcome to week 3 of the Inspired to Create challenge. Here's our hashtag. Not like you haven't seen it before, but just in case we have some new people watching for the first time. Allison at AJ's Inspired Life and I started this kind of prompt challenge, and we're using the hashtag inspired, the number 2, create _ 2023. And each week we put out a word, and from that word we take each letter and we pick a prompt. Now sometimes we pick them for ourselves, sometimes we exchange with each other, sometimes we have another friend pick a prompt, and then one week out of the month we exchange prompts, like physically mail the items. This week is where we pick each other's prompts, not mail them, but pick them or choose them. So this is, let me get started while I'm yakking. And let's see, I want to do it a little bit bigger so you can see, but I don't want like jumbo marker size. Let's try this one. Actually, no, you can see fine. I don't want it to bleed through. This is just a thin sheet of paper, and I don't want it to bleed onto my journal. I'll just write bigger. This week, the word is teacher. Now, I'm actually filming this on Wednesday morning. Yesterday Monday and Tuesday got away from me. And I just couldn't. So filming this Wednesday morning, hopefully it will upload on the same day. It's early, Wednesday morning. And so there's a good chance that you may have already seen Allison's video, and that's fine. You already know what the word is. So, but the word is teacher. And the words that Allison chose for me, thank you, Allison. Some of them were a little tricky. But it's fun. It's fun to have to search for something and really think. One of these in particular was very thought-provoking. And let's see. The first one is toad. Well, at first I thought, a toad. Oh my goodness, where am I going to find a toad? And then I remembered how many vintage kids books I have. And it took me all of 5 seconds to find a cute little toad. So that one I thought was going to trip me up, but it did not. Emboss. I can emboss in my sleep. I have about 20 embossing folders, and so that was not hard at all. Now, how I'll use it on the page might be a little tricky, but let's see. This is the one that was this was like, okay, I have to think about this one. And I also have to make sure I spell it right. Appreciate. So I'm like, how in the world, I know what it means. I'm like, how in the world does that translate to something that you can glue on paper? And, you know, I kind of thought about, well, what does it mean to me? So I'll elaborate more on that in a little bit. The next one is cork. I know that somewhere in my possession I have a bag full of corks because I used to use them in a previous crafting life. And yeah, can I find them? No. So I found one lonely solo cork. Okay, I may or may not have had to empty the wine bottle, and it may or may not be why I didn't film a video yesterday. But we'll leave that one to your imagination. That may or may not be true. Hot glue. I also had just put up all of my hot glue stuff. I don't use it that often, and it's in a drawer in a room that we rearranged some stuff in, and so I blocked myself out of it. So I had to wait for my niece to come back yesterday and dig it back out for me. So that was the other thing that held me up from filming yesterday or before today. Embroidery thread. You know what they say, when you put things away neatly, Yeah, you can't find them. Well, I knew where it was. I just couldn't physically access it by myself. And the last one is Ric Rac. Now, I never know. Google says this is spelled R-I-C-R-A-C. I think I put a K on it the last time I used it, but I can't remember. Anyway, this is going to make a fun page. Now, like I said, Toad was pretty easy. I do have most everything ready for this, because most of this was not within my reach of my filming little area. So I want to show you what book this is out of, and I actually have not had this very long. I have some other Childcraft books, but this one I had just gotten recently, so it was handy. And so this is a Childcraft. This is the first one of the series. And you see how quickly I found a toad. It was right in the first few pages. So I can't look at what's on the back. So that's my toad. And I'm going to go ahead and release this toad into the wild and out of this book very carefully. Okay. I have to make sure that when I rip just 1 or 2 pages out of a book, I keep them separate so I know it's not a complete book. Just on the off chance I ever do turn, because some of them I decide I'm not going to use and I'll send them back to like the thrift store or whatever. Pardon me. It's still coffee time, and I don't know if you can see my cup without me spilling my coffee. It says somebody needs coffee. I bet that shocked you, right? Okay. So, emboss. I have this, it's kind of a dark color. I hope you can see it. You see the shadow of my blinds. The sun's coming through this window. It comes through that window early in the morning. It's got little plus signs all over it. So, I really like that. It's the first time I've used this embossing folder. So, I'm going to use that. Now, I already showed you my cork. Got hot glue. You know what hot glue looks like. I've got a bucket full. This is an old canister that I kind of liked. I never used it as a canister, but you see why I liked it, because it says garden and it has pretty flowers. And it's this lovely shade of blue, and anyway, but it didn't have a lid, and so I rescued it from a thrift store, and so it holds all my embroidery thread. So I have plenty to choose from. And okay, so let me show you what I chose for Appreciate, and then I'll show you my Ric Rac. So I have this magazine. I have tons of magazines, and you've probably already seen this one. I've cut this one up or flipped it or whatever for a what do you call that thing? Glue book. Yes, that one. So anyway, to me, Appreciate is, I started thinking about things that I appreciate. I thought about putting a photo of my husband and I on here, or him, or whatever, but that just didn't seem to work, and I really didn't want to do that. I appreciate my family. So I went down the list of all the things that I appreciate, and so I just started thumbing through books and magazines to see if something leaped out at me and said, you know, oh, appreciate. They're appreciating something. And this is what I thought of when I see this. Now, it's an article about capture the green flags. You know to look for the red flags, but to nurture a good relationship, it's the greens you want to lean into. And it goes on to tell you, you know, like what that means, and you know, why red flags in a relationship are typically signs to run for the hills. Green ones are an indicator of a loving, respectful, and safe relationship. So that made me think of mine and my husband's relationship, and I thought that kind of represented us. Doesn't look like us. I don't have blonde hair, but you know, but it represented that to me. So I was very glad to find this one. And because it kind of captured exactly what I wanted to say. Also, if you look, and I hope you can see that, yeah. If you look, they look like they're appreciating. Now, they look like they're on a golf course because of all the green flags, but that's not what they're doing. They're not really playing capture the flag either. They look like they're pointing up and they're appreciating the stars or the hills or nature or something. But they're doing it together. They appreciate each other and they're appreciating whatever they're looking at. They're enjoying it. And so I thought this was the perfect image to use. Okay, good. And there's nothing that Oh, Gulf Coast getaway. Guess what? I'm already on a Gulf Coast getaway. Anyway, so nothing I'm going to cry over on the back. So there is my appreciate. And I have the toad. I am going to cut this down and see how this is. I know it will fit on my page. It may end up being another double spread. If that's okay, I really, the one that I did last, let's see, on the live, it took up both pages, because keep in mind I'm in a little bit smaller journal this month. Not much, but a little bit. But I really like the collage. And so I probably will do that again. Instead of gluing it on something and then putting it in. Because that's not going to fit. And if I cut down too much of it, I mean, I could cut it down to here. And it probably wouldn't, what's the word? It wouldn't take away from the picture. So I'm going to leave my options open, but I also know what I'm doing today. And it could be summed up with a cleaning rag and a vacuum, because my niece is back in town and she's coming back to help me. So, and she was here yesterday until later last night. So we got a lot done. Let's see, I'm going to cut out, if I could save that image, I sure would like to, but we'll see. I'm going to cut these little cute little frogs out. Now, don't, the difference between a frog and a toad, I'm not, a tote, a frog and a tote. I know the difference between a frog and a tote. I don't know if I could rattle off memory what the difference between a toad and a frog is. And I'm not that concerned about it. Because for this purpose, it's not important to me. It's not important to me, and it's my journal. So, all right. I do, however, wish that they were facing that way, because I really had planned on I thought about just putting them behind them, but now I might have to come over here and, well, I guess that could be what they're appreciating, but that's not what I was going to put up there. So I think they are going to just kind of sit behind them. That's the flat side of the page, which kind of stinks, but you know, we're not splitting hairs here. This is not a masterpiece. This is not going in a museum. Oh, I didn't show you my rickrack. Okay, oh, I meant to bring that long. I have a long die, of course, right? I have this really long die that's longer than a sheet of paper, and you have to have special plates to use it. But, it is a rickrack die. And it also cuts out two things. Rickrack shape and this little swirly shape. Cuts them out at the same time. And then you're left with this fun piece right here. This little fun piece, or that border right there. Come on, get it together. See that little border? Isn't that cute? So I saved those and used them. I haven't used it in a while. I had to refresh my memory on how to cut that out, because it's a certain sandwich combination. But anyway, I looked and looked and looked. Yes, those are wild colors, but if you notice, there's some wild colors in the picture. And everything that I put up to it, and I have tons of color of solid colored cardstock. Everything I put up to it, the red, the pink, the blue, the green, the purple, everything just looked not good. At first I thought I would do this, but now I'm kind of thinking that I might actually, and I'm not doing a background on here, I don't think. I was thinking that I would take these and glue them on, well, I was thinking the border there, but wherever the end of my collage page lands, like here maybe. Yeah, I guess that does kind of put it on. Anyway, I was thinking about using it as a belly band and making a tag out of this. And hopefully not covering up my little froggy. When I'm doing a collage, I want all of my elements to be visible if possible. I mean, you can put them in a pocket. I could make a pocket out of that. It's very thin paper and it would tear very easily. And I think I just want the collage. Now, here, I could do this the other way. That might actually work. I don't know why. My brain starts from the right and works to the left. I know that's backwards for most people, maybe. But, you know, nobody ever accused me of being normal. Okay, so I like that better. I'm much happier with the frogs in the right-hand corner. They're in the middle. Now, this is still going to present a problem. Okay. Well, that doesn't get them up against the edge of the page. But I was just kind of hoping that, I'm just going to take one. I was kind of hoping that I could do like a belly band. I already said that. Well, instead of that, I guess I could, and I might cut this off a little bit. I mean, all it's going to do is cut his booty off. I could do a tuck right here. I could cut that down and do a tuck, and then, yeah, I might do that. Like, cut it to here. Instead of doing a tag, I might do a tuck. And then that way it's butted up against that. I think I like that better. I think. I still have to use the hot glue and the cork, and I'll use those just to embellish. I think what I'm going to do with the hot glue is take some confetti or sequins or something like that and hot glue down maybe some stars right here. And I don't think I'm going to worry, I already said that, I don't think I'm going to worry about a background. I thought about trying to color that, but that's going to make this page so busy and dark. So, what do we think? And I hope that this lighting is okay. Let me see if I can turn on one more light. Nope, it's already on. Well, alrighty then. Okay, I think I like that. Well, okay, I can just put it single page and then journal about my day here. I'll probably put my number in the day here and put the frogs over here. You still get the point. I can still put the stars here. Oh, what I was going to do with the cork is stamp. So that will kind of be my background. The cork makes a really cute stamp. Really cute. It's a neat texture. Circle, dot, like polka dots. So I thought about doing that on this page as well. Yeah. That almost looks like that frog is trying to jump and get her, but it's a friendly frog. They're all friendly. All of my froggies are my friends. And let's see. Where does this land? I might need to put this on first so that I know exactly how much room I want Does it matter? What if the frog overlaps? Then that makes it a pocket, not a... Oh, but wait. But wait. Okay, I could turn that into a pocket. And it could overlap. I think we're on to something. And then I can go back to using the whole picture. And my frogs will be on my pocket. You still see the emboss. The embroidery thread. Oh, but then what do I do with the rickrack? Well, I can put the rickrack anywhere. It can go as a border here. Okay. I was worried about using that as a belly band because it's not that thick. Okay, so that takes care of the rickrack. And the toad, the embossing, the appreciate. All I need now is cork, hot glue, and embroidery thread. So I'm not... Ooh. This was going to be my tag. I was going to put something on the back. That was my initial plan. So I have to come up with a new plan. All right, what to glue on first? I'm going to glue this picture down. And I'm just going to glue the whole thing, I think. Because I don't need... Yeah, my pocket can overlap. Right? Okay. My pocket can overlap that. Okie dokie. Uh-huh. Can't find my little glue paper. All right. I'll get a new one. I do use those for quite a while. I mean, I reuse them because I kind of felt bad using so many. But, wow, this sun is like right in my eyeballs. I don't usually film this early. And my window faces the east. And it faces directly the sun. It's pretty though. It makes it very inviting in here. Maybe not to film, but glue. Okay, I got this new glue. Got it at the thrift store. I went to the thrift store Saturday. I haven't done that video yet. I'm behind on my videos. I feel like I'm behind on life in general. I had this was a busier couple weeks at the clinic. We have some new students, the new batch of students coming in. We've been short-staffed the last 2 weeks or a week and a half. And so I had, you know, committed to be there more, or as she needed me or whatever. And to help, you know, train the new students. And so, also my niece is back in town. You heard me say that. So we know what that means. Bring out the big vacuum, ooh, mercy. Words are hard this morning. Big vacuum clip art. Yeah, say that one time fast. This is the Elmer's Extreme. It's light blue. It's not, I thought it would show up more. But it does not. And that's okay. I just thought it would. Pardon my reach for just a second. I do not know where my... It's okay. I don't need it. My little scrapey thing is. Okay. So that's on. That's appreciate. And look at me doing that one first. All right. All right, Mr. Toad, you're up. No, you're not. No, you're not. My bad. Anyway, this is Elmer's Extreme. Did I already say I found it at a thrift store? They had a whole pile of it. I might go back and get more. I got 2 things of it. It was $1.99. It wasn't like, oh, wow, you know, great deal. Let's buy 10 of them. It was more of a, oh, let's buy 2 and try it. Because it's not a horrible deal. And I was there. And it was there. So it just made sense, right? So I think I'm going to go ahead and bring my pocket almost all the way over. Sure, why not? And you know what? I don't have to make the frog be jumping on the lady there. She might not appreciate that. Okay. I'm going to cut this. Yes, I'm doing it freehand, but with the help of my buddy Tim. He's not really my buddy. He doesn't know he's my buddy. You know what I mean? So if you ever meet him, don't go, oh, hey, do you know Melissa? Because he'll probably think you're crazy. And he will say, no, I do not. Took my other art glitter glue out of here. Okay. Fingers where I don't want glue. Okay. Well, I don't have my other bottle of art glitter glue in here. And I don't know if I have a pen. Well, guess what I do have? I have my hot glue. I don't know how that's going to work on a pocket. I'm not a huge fan of hot glue. I mean, hot glue is good for some things. I'm not like, ooh, hot glue everything. I usually end up burning my fingers on it. This is a neat little hot glue pen. It looks like a heck of a contraption, actually, doesn't it? I got it. It's a West something. Can't remember. Oh, it doesn't matter. What I was trying to think of the brand. And it's West something. I got it at Sam's. It came in a 2-pack with a regular glue gun and then this little pinpoint. It's supposed to put on a very thin coat. So it's got a little bit in there. I have another stick if I need it. And give it a second to warm up. I do have other glues here. So I could try that, but seeing how hot glue is one of my elements, I might as well try it, right? Let's see. This one's not one of the real hot ones. I'm not sure if I'm going to have to... I'm not sure what that is, actually. All right, let's see if we can put in a new glue stick. You see how much I use this, right? Well, it should have plenty in there. Maybe. New toy. It's not new. I've had it for years. You just wouldn't know that, right? All right. Patience. Patience, patience, patience. It's plenty hot. It's probably clogged. Can you clog up a glue gun, really? I should have just got the other one out, but I was planning, I thought I was going to do little stars, maybe, like with some confetti or sequins or something. That one's not in enough for me to put this other stick in here. Maybe it's just not hot enough yet. Okay, we'll be patient for a minute. We'll give it a minute. I could use the embossed or debossed side. Well, considering embossed is the prompt, I suppose I should use the embossed side. Let's see. What am I going to use? I want to put, and I don't have to. Let's see, hold on. Oh, I could do this now while I'm waiting for the glue to heat up. Just have a couple different shades. This happens with what I have right here. I have this Memento Rosebud. It's a pink. And then I have this Archival ink. It's Picked Raspberry and Dusty Concord. I mean, there's a lot of pink and purple on here, so I figured that was safe. You see how it just... So, I just figured I would kind of stamp. I want it to be kind of organic. You know what I mean? The only problem is with stamping with a cork is I don't know that you ever totally get the ink off of it. So if you want to change to a totally different color, you may have to, I don't know what the answer is. Just keep stamping it until you don't see it anymore. Because see how I still see it? But I thought that was a neat prompt. Now I'm just going from pink to purple, so I really don't care. You know, they blend together. It's not like they're going to make mud or anything like that, I don't think. Not last time I checked. But I just thought this would be a fun background. And archival ink should stick to just about anything. I don't know that it's, not that it matters for this case, but I think if I remember correctly, archival ink you can't use with Copic markers. Or like alcohol markers. Or Sharpie. You know that Sharpies are alcohol markers technically. I do believe. I don't want it all over the picture. That is good enough. I like it. That'll work. Let me put this back up here. So, and I might, when I find my other bag of the other corks, I might keep this out and have one for each color maybe. I think that would be fun to do as backgrounds. I might have gone a little overboard. Okay, I see glue oozing, so I now have my pocket, or my, the only thing is I think this dries, it dries too quick for this, is what I'm thinking. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yep. What are we doing here? Oh. Well, I don't know what I just did. I don't know. But see, that's already dried, so I can't use it. So this is one reason why I don't do this. But let's see if I can, whatever I did with that little clicky thing, that might have been what it wanted. So if you ever use one of these things, remember the clicky thing. Oh, now I can't get it to stop. You just gotta work really fast. And that might not have been fast enough. Let's see. And then you got glue strings everywhere. Yay. Nope. Okay. All right. Let's save that for the other thing I was going to... This was not what I was going to do with it initially anyway. I just thought since I forgot my other glue. I have Fabri-Tac. That's like overkill. Massive overkill. Let's see if I just got this unclogged. Oh. The other thing about hot glue is that it also peels up pretty quick. Okay, I'm kind of stuck with that on there. Not to give away secrets, if you haven't watched Allison's video yet, occasionally we happen to give each other the same prompts. And we do not know ahead of time what we like. Ready, set, go, and send each other prompts. Like our whole list via text. Oh, you know what I do have? I was thinking, what is a craft room with no needles, right? But I do have some needles in here. Because, guess why? Because we also bind books in here. Let me get out my book binding stuff here. I forgot. Yay. Nope. That was a premature yay. Okay. I don't want to wallow that hole any bigger. Here, let me stick that needle in that cork for just a moment. Okay. We're not going to fiddle with glue for an hour. That one does not want to play today. So I have this. It's a PVA glue. I know I hear people use PVA glue all the time. I have not. I got this, I don't even remember where I got it. But it comes on really thick, and I think it takes a little bit to dry. But that's what we have right here. So that's what we're using. Okay. So we're just going to be patient and let it dry. I get spoiled with the art glitter glue. Although sometimes it doesn't give you any wiggle room. See, like this, I can wiggle it into place. Okay. We're going to let, oh, wait, I'm going to pinch in the pocket a little bit. When you're gluing a pocket in, if you pinch it just a hair right there, it buckles that up enough that you have room to stick. Alrighty, I got it everywhere. It buckles it enough that you can put something in the pocket. That way it's not gluing so flat. All this glue is seeping out because the hot glue made a raised bead. We're gonna leave it alone. We're going to focus on Mr. Frog here. So all of the PVA glue is seeping out from underneath where the, I almost said where the frog was. Okay. My brain was not ready for words this morning, apparently. It's not even that early. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't even remember what I was saying, but it doesn't matter. I do know that. It was not important. Okay, I think he looks cute there. And then that way he doesn't feel like he's like going, roar, you know, to that lady. Because, you know, we wouldn't want her to be scared of frogs. Glue stick. Alright, I'm leaving my hot glue on because I do still intend on using it. What in the world? Oh, I was running over a bead of hot glue. I'm like, what is this bump I keep running over? Okay. Alrighty. Good old trusty glue sticks, right? They never clog. They will dry out, but they never get clogged. That one got ooey gooey because I ran over a hard bead of hot glue with it. Okay, that turned out cute. That decorated that pocket. So I'm very happy with that. So I have Appreciate, I have Cork, I have Toad, I have Embossed. Toad, Embossed, Appreciate, Cork. Still working on the hot glue. Oh, I still have to put the Rick Rack on. But that will be easy. I may just put it over here, or I could put it over here. I could do both. I'm going to save that one for last. I might decorate my tag with it. Now, since that was what I was going to use for my tag, I have to kind of regroup a little bit. And, which shouldn't be a problem. Let me find the tag. I was not planning on, oh, you know what? I have a whole room full of assorted cardboard items. Those are really good, by the way. Probably not good for you, but they're really good. That was my guilty pleasure recently. And of course I saved the box. I mean, because hello, why not? I'm thinking this is going to make a good size tag. Sure. Nope, not with those scissors, it's not. I don't want the itty bitty scissors. All right, I'm gonna see if we can cut this fairly straight. It's always so much fun to play with packaging, I think. I don't do it enough. I might want one wider than this, but for now. Show of hands in the comments if you don't mind. I almost considered doing this live this morning. This morning meaning like at 6 or 7 Central Time. Well, probably not 6. My husband leaves for work at about 6:15. So I thought about doing that. And I can still do it even if nobody's in the room. It's not like you have to have an audience to do a live. But, oh, I didn't mean to cut all the way up this again. Do you want to keep that? Nah. But it uploads faster, if that makes sense. And so I'm going, I like that size tag. That worked out perfectly. Do I want to cover that? I mean, this is not something I ate today, or I would leave that. I guess it doesn't really matter. But I think I want to cover the... This is not like, oh, wow, look at this painty paper. This is what happens. This is... You can't even see. I'm sorry. And I don't think I can close that blind. Let me try. Okay. I hope I didn't get all of my everything in that shot. This is Walmart. Okay, I still have a glare. This is Walmart graph paper, composition book. It faded, the ink. You've heard me talk about this before. The ink faded when I was dyeing paper, and it turned everything into this turquoise hue, which was fine if I wanted all turquoise, but I didn't, so I didn't end up using it in my journal. And I think I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to cover that. So I can write on the back. And then I can decorate this. However, ew, just do it. Just do it. Well, now my hot glue gun is oozing like crazy. Of course, right? This really isn't... It's going to match the page enough. But anyway, I thought about doing it live because it's been taking me so long. I changed a setting because if you remember a few videos back, I talked about how my videos were not coming out as good as the camera on my phone. They were not... The camera on my phone is really good, but it wasn't matching the settings that I had. That I did figure that out. It wasn't just transferring it to my iPad. It was transferring when I uploaded to YouTube. And I had the settings set for something different. And so I figured that out. Well, now it's taking me 3 times as long to upload videos. So I mean, like, it's literally taking, you know, sometimes it'll say 256 hours left. And I'm like, oh my goodness gracious. So the videos have not been getting out very quick here lately. But that's why, because I had it set on, you know, a higher quality setting. So this one, I'm going to turn it back, and it still was good enough. Okay, just FYI, that glue did not want to stick to the front of that glossy. Yeah. Okay. hopefully it will at some point dry and stick. So I can decorate this side, or I can have this side. I think my PVA glue finally dried. But before I do that, do you remember this bag of confetti that Allison sent me for the week 4 of April? There are a few stars in there. Oh, I don't have my little jewel picker in here. I may need to go grab it. If I have my tweezers in here, that'll work. But I have a couple of, there's actually some stars. And y'all, this was so sweet. I didn't think about it until she reminded me why she sent this confetti. Allison, I hope you don't mind if I share this. I had told her a while back that when I was in, PT, that I thought that, there was a day that I took my first steps without anything, without any walking device. Now, they were not great steps. They looked like a toddler learning to walk. But I was still very excited about it. And I was like, oh, wait, just like that, it just kind of happens. And it was like nothing, just like any other ordinary day. And, I made the comment about looking around, I expected to see confetti or some fanfare or something like that. And so we started talking about, creating your own confetti per se, to, even one of my doctors said, well, the next time you're able to walk in here on your own, I'll have some confetti and I'll throw confetti in. It's not that I wanted a big to do about it. It's just that I thought it would feel more special, if that makes sense. I mean, it was more like, am I really doing this? Did this just happen? It's something that I've waited for so long. So anyway, she told me after this week that she had sent me the confetti, she said, I made that just for you so that you have confetti to throw when you walk. Now, obviously, it was one of the prompts that week too, but so I'm saving this little bag of confetti and I'm going to throw it when I actually can walk on my own. So I thought that was so sweet. Thank you, Allison. You are so kind. Let's see. And that glue is very hot. Anyway, I just thought that was very sweet. Okay, so I'm going to have to be quick about this, apparently. Okay, there's a star. That went well. Just using my finger, apparently, as a jewel picker. Uh-oh. Big blob. Oh, big string. Big blob. Big string. I think that I'll be able to come back here and get these strings off of here. The big blob, maybe not so much. If you're doing this with your finger, A, I don't recommend it. And B, make sure you don't have a high, it's one of the low heat glue guns. Because this smarts just a little. And this isn't even that high of a, some of the, you have lower temperature glue guns. So, anyway, this way I got to use, again, the prompts. I didn't use the stars in it the last time. But well, that one just doesn't stand out. But I'm getting to use one of her prompts again. And I thought that was so sweet. All right, I am unplugging this glue gun. And I've got glue strings on here for days. I'll let them completely dry before I pick them off. Oh, mercy. What are your thoughts on hot glue? when I did it for the water, for the earth, I wasn't trying to like really do detailed work with it. I was wanting it a bigger, you know, if you saw that video, you know what I mean. I don't even have to finish that sentence. Okay, so where are we at on time? Oh dear. So we have Toad, Emboss, Appreciate, Cork, Hot Glue. Oh, I need embroidery thread and rickrack. So I have, you've all seen this before, but because I am using, and these colors do not match. I think I already told you that. I mean, they go with enough, but it's not, there was no other color that I could find that made my eye happy. So there's one of these colors caught my eye, and I can't, it's a color I probably will never use for anything else. I think it's this one. And it kind of is similar to that color right there. I do not have, really, do not have a hole punch in this room. Not even sure where it is, to be honest with you. So, but I do have my Tiny Tim stapler. So I thought that maybe I would use this one to decorate this page and this one to decorate the tag. What do we think? Sure, why not? And then I'm going to use the embroidery thread at the top. Okay, so again, I don't have, well, this glue is sufficient. It's just a little globbier than I like. But I'm going to glue this onto the page, kind of just as a border. I think that's enough. I think. There we go. Nope. Let me try that again. There we go. Ugh. Yeah, I'm so used to my little fine tip nozzle. Of course, I could put that in a little fine tip nozzle bottle, and I may do that. All right, so let's do the same over here while that dries. So this is our rickrack. I have some like regular rickrack too. I don't have a lot of colors in it. Uh-oh. I don't have a, ton of colors. So I thought, I have this, and I haven't used, I've used it. Not lately. I don't know if I've actually used it in my journal or not. Oh, I want to use this somewhere, but where? It's already got glue on it. Can I live with that? Maybe. Ugh, maybe not. I don't know. It kind of ties those colors in. Let's see. Trim that. Nope. All right, there's rickrack. Hopefully that dries quickly. And let me get my little Tiny Tim stapler here. That is not what he calls it, by the way. Just thought I would tell you that. How do I want to do this? Let's use enough. Okay, let me cut it here. Do I want to tie it? I don't know. That does match okay, though. I don't like. Okay, staple it anyway. And then, well, get it together, woman. Okay, this was more fiddly than I thought it would be. Okay, we'll just do it that way then. That works. Let me see if I want to tie it. If not, I'm going to cut it down and then, like, double it up, if that makes sense. Oh, I think that works good enough. Good enough, good enough. I might have to come back and, like, double tie that. I think I'm going to... That at least gives me... I didn't finish that sentence. I know, I'm sorry. There. Okay, so that kind of ties that in. I haven't glued that all the way down. I don't know if I like it or not. I think I'm actually going to leave my things in like this, my prompts, and just tuck them down in that pocket like this. Maybe one more time. I don't think I'm going to rewrite them on that tag is what I'm trying to say. I might later. But that also gives me, yeah, I might go back and write them on that tag. Did I use everything? Well, I just folded up my list and put it away. Let me double check. Okay, I used Toad, Emboss, Appreciate, the cork. You saw me fiddle with the hot glue, embroidery thread, and rip wrap. There. So there you have it. This is week 3, I do believe. It is Wednesday, May 17th. And I will come back and put my number and date on the page and a little bit of journaling maybe. It gives me room to make another tag or a journaling spot and tuck it in this pocket rather than gluing a vacuum and cleaning supplies, because I know that's what we're going to be doing the rest of the day. And I have a video chat with a friend in a few, so I can also put that on there. But all of it, this way, all of it can go in tags and it can go behind there. So I may go back and write teacher on there, but I won't make you sit through that because we're already at an hour and I need to get this uploaded. Hopefully it uploads today. And I appreciate you. I thank you for watching, especially if you stuck with me through the end. And I appreciate all your kind comments and all your love and support. And anyway, I hope you can see this and the shadows aren't that bad because they look really bad in the camera. But anyway, I hope you have a fabulous day. And I can't wait to see what you do with this. And if you have a teacher in your life or you have kids in school and they have teachers, show them that they're appreciated, because I have a number of teacher friends. One of my best friends is a teacher, has been for a long time, and they do not get enough support and thanks. So find a teacher to thank today, and you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.